How can the same being be the ultimate destroyer and the embodiment of pure love? In almost every theological framework around the world, destruction is the enemy. It is the end. It is the void we fear. Yet, in the vast, complex philosophy of Shaivism, we encounter a startling paradox. We see Shiva, the Mahadev, who wears a garland of skulls yet is the compassionate refuge for every lost soul. He is the one who burns the universe to ash, not out of hatred, but out of a love so profound that the human mind struggles to comprehend it. This isn't just mythology. It is a psychological and existential blueprint. To understand Shiva is to understand that for anything new to be born, for love to truly exist, the old must die. Today, we are decoding the Shiva paradox. We are exploring why divine destruction, or Laya, is actually the ultimate form of mercy. Welcome back. If you are looking at Shiva through a Western lens, the word destroyer carries a heavy, negative connotation. We tend to equate destruction with evil, with violence, or with a final, terrifying nothingness. But in the Sanskrit traditions, and specifically in Vedanta, the word used is not annihilation. It is Laya. Laya translates more accurately to dissolution or absorption. Think of it as rhythm. When a wave crashes back into the ocean, is it destroyed? Or has it simply returned to its source to find peace before rising again? This is the function of Shiva. In the Hindu Trinity, while Brahma creates and Vishnu preserves, Shiva performs the necessary task of hitting the cosmic reset button. He clears away the debris of exhausted karma. He dissolves the structures that no longer serve us. If creation is the painting, Shiva is the white canvas underneath that allows the painting to exist, and he is the one who washes the canvas clean so a new masterpiece can be born. Over the next few minutes, we are going to look at three specific aspects of this paradox: the symbolism of the Natraj dance, the fierce myths of protection, and the deep Vedantic philosophy that frames destruction as a loving reset. By the end of this video, you will see why the ash on Shiva's skin is actually a symbol of hope. Let's begin with the most iconic image of Shiva, the Natraj, the king of dancers. You have likely seen this statue in museums or perhaps at CERN in Switzerland. It is a masterpiece of dynamic balance, but it is also a terrifying depiction of cosmic violence if you don't know what you're looking at. Shiva is surrounded by a ring of fire, which represents the cyclic nature of the universe, creation and destruction happening simultaneously. In one hand, he holds the damru, the drum that beats the rhythm of creation. In the other hand, he holds Agni, the fire that destroys. He holds them in perfect balance. But look closer at his feet. He is performing the Tandav, the vigorous dance of destruction. Yet, his face remains completely serene. He is not angry. He is not chaotic. He is in absolute control. And who is he dancing on? He is crushing a small, dwarf-like figure known as Apasmara. Apasmara represents ignorance, ego, and heedlessness. This is the crux of the paradox. Shiva's destruction is not aimed at you, the soul. It is aimed at the ignorance that binds you. By crushing Apasmara, Shiva destroys the illusion of separation. He destroys the ego that tells you that you are alone and afraid. This fierce Tandav is balanced by the Lasya, the gentle, graceful dance he performs with his consort, Parvati. The Lasya represents the tender, erotic, and creative aspect of love. The philosophy here is clear. You cannot have the gentle dance of creation without the fierce stomping out of ignorance. The destruction of the ego is the prerequisite for the experience of divine love. It is a surgical operation, painful perhaps, but done by a surgeon who loves the patient enough to cut out the cancer. We see this dynamic played out even more explicitly in the mythology of Shiva's fierce acts. To the uninitiated, these stories might seem violent, but every act of violence by Shiva is an act of salvation. Take the story of the Halhala poison. During the churning of the cosmic ocean, A poison so deadly emerged that it threatened to wipe out all of creation, gods and demons alike. While the other gods fled in terror, Shiva stepped forward. He didn't destroy the poison by blowing it up. He absorbed it. He drank it. Out of pure compassion for living beings, he held the toxic sludge in his throat, turning it blue, earning him the name Nilkantha, the blue-throated one. Here, the destroyer is the only one capable of saving the world. He takes the darkness of the universe into himself so that others may live. This is the ultimate sacrifice. It is a protective, paternal love that says, I will handle the darkness so you can walk in the light. Consider also the burning of Kamdeva, the god of desire. When Shiva was in deep meditation, Kamdeva shot an arrow of lust at him to wake him up. Shiva opened his third eye and instantly burned the god of lust to ashes. On the surface, this looks like an act of rage. But philosophically, it is the destruction of base, physical desire to make way for a higher, transcendental love. By burning the limitations of mere physical attraction, Shiva clears the path for true spiritual union. He isn't against love. He is against the shallow attachment that masquerades as love. He destroys the superficial so the substantial can remain. This brings us to the deepest layer of the paradox, the Vedantic perspective. In the non-dualistic schools of Shaivism, we must ask, what exactly is being destroyed? If we accept the premise that the ultimate reality is Brahman, the singular, infinite consciousness, then creation is actually a form of limitation. It is the one pretending to be the many. It is the infinite squeezing itself into the finite human experience. While beautiful, this state is also filled with suffering, separation, and the exhaustion of samsara, the cycle of birth and death. In this context, Laya, Shiva's dissolution, is the greatest mercy of all. Imagine you have been running a marathon for 1,000 lifetimes. You are tired. Your bones ache. Your mind is cluttered with 1,000,000 memories and regrets. Shiva does not kill you. He grants you rest. He dissolves the many back into the one. He strips away the name, the form, the history, and the pain, returning the soul to its original, peaceful source. Think of deep sleep. When you fall into a dreamless sleep, your ego disappears. Your worries vanish. You don't know who you are, yet you exist in total peace. We love sleep. We crave it. We don't call sleep destruction, yet it is the temporary dissolution of the self. Shiva is that cosmic sleep. Therefore, his destructive aspect is reinterpreted not as punishment, but as a loving homecoming. He breaks the pot so the clay can return to the earth. He breaks the boundaries of your individuality so you can remember that you are, and always have been, the infinite ocean. The erotic fertile symbols often associated with Shiva, like the linga and yoni, represent the creative spark, but his ascetic stillness represents the peace of the void. He is the lover who holds you close, and he is the silence that catches you when you fall. So, we return to the question, how can the destroyer be love? He is love because he refuses to let us remain trapped in smallness. He is love because he is willing to break our illusions even when we cling to them, because he knows what lies on the other side is freedom. The Shiva paradox teaches us that we shouldn't fear the endings in our lives. The destruction of a relationship, the loss of a job, the shattering of an old belief system, these are microversions of Laya. They are Shiva's grace in disguise. He is clearing the space. He is burning the forest so the new seeds can grow. To embrace Shiva is to embrace the cycle. It is to understand that in the ashes of the old, the new is already waiting to be born, and that the hand that strikes the match is the same hand that blesses the devotee. If this exploration into the philosophy of Shiva resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How do you view the concept of destruction as mercy in your own life? We dive deep into theology, philosophy, and the existential questions that drive the human experience here. If you want to join us for the next discussion, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Until next time, remember, do not fear the fire. It is only there to purify the gold.